There really is no easy way to make this video. For those of you who follow the channel, may have noticed that I've slowed down a bit on video production. Now, while this may be standard YouTuber phenomena, and we all have busy lives too, one thing other than my busyness that has kept me from posting is me. As in, I've changed and no longer have any supernatural beliefs. Now, while this may come as a shock to some of you, others may have been able to foresee it. From my dark side of self-development video to my I don't know video and in between, I've been more critical about my thinking and beliefs. If I could leave you with one thing in this video, is that the moment you start to question how you can know something, the beliefs begin to crumble. The same critical thinking from the Alex Mayer to the Secret of Frederick Xavier video is the same line of thinking that has brought me to where I am in my journey. No more unwarranted beliefs. And I don't expect anyone to follow me either, as that defeats the purpose of critical thinking. I hope this video throws you off and you unsub, because at least I then know that you're thinking for yourself. But some of you may be persuaded or even feel the need to put your beliefs on trial, to question them, to question yourself. Very few it will be, but if you do, I will warn you, it can be tough. Really tough. It's tough to reflect and find out you have no foundations for your beliefs, and even when they're positive and seem to benefit. It's tough to search endlessly for reason. It's tough to stick yourself when you're having cognitive biases and motivated reasoning. It's tough to not have certainty in a world that demands it from you. It's tough to not know. It's just as tough as clinging to a miracle. Now, you may wonder why. I've certainly argued myself back and forth endlessly on this and come up with many points on it being pointless to drop spirituality altogether. But I also have even better points against those. Nothing bad has happened. I haven't lost anybody or been hurt by any group. The thing is that I can't uphold spirituality, and to quote Matt Dillahunty, spirituality is a catch-all term for mysteries. It's a safe spot to not being disproven. You can't debunk the spiritual just as much as I can't prove it. Now, some may wonder if this has a bit to do with the Frederick Xavier controversy. I would be lying if I said no. So while this has been influenced by the situation, not as much as you may think, just know that he isn't the main reason. There are lots of reasons, so many I won't be able to fit them all here, but I will start off by saying that spirituality and the subscription of it leaves you vulnerable to deception and false information more than anything else. Just go to your local New Age store and read the first chapter of 10 different books having to do with the same topic. They will always contradict each other. And so how do we establish a standard for evaluating spiritual truth? The standard is different for everybody, but at the end of the day, people will first go with what they were raised with. Next, what's most comfortable, and finally, what makes the most sense. And here's where you can break off into a philosophical reasoning tangent. A reason why I'm not spiritual is because all the sense I had made of it was easily debated away by my own critical thinking. But it wasn't just this, because sure, even if you can't reason something away, doesn't mean you need to drop it. Well, if you consider a niche that has more contradictions than the Bible, hyperbole, and there's no real way to test what's bullshit or not, then the best thing to do is to drop it until a good standard comes along. As I said before, subscribing to spirituality can leave you open for deception, and you see it all the time. People wanting to heal and fix your anxiety with Young Living oils, or to fix your PTSD or your depression, your money or life problems through magic, some sort of coaching, prayer, law of attraction, using their God, and even drinking bleach to fix health problems. Straw man. There is a lot of suffering in this world, and while spirituality can be a comforter, it's the first in line next to religion and cults to twist your desire for a good life, to ease the somehow certain suffering in an uncertain world. Spirituality is what we cling to when we want to find something real. I know it's nice to know. It's nice to have the secret, to know what's going on and how things work. I don't ever want to feel like I know it. And sure, ignorance is bliss and it leads to more ignorance. False ideas lead to more false ideas. But nobody in the New Age cares if what they believe is real or true. It works, they exclaim. And certainly I've noticed things working. And it was my interest to know how this worked and how I knew it worked. And the moment you try to find out how you know your beliefs, they fall. If you are honest with yourself, they will fall. Another problem with New Age and spirituality is because the core of religion and cults, other than dogma, is its spiritual essence. And the followers believe they're right. They shun skepticism and critical thinking. They twist people. this naturally flows over into spirituality, regardless if you've stripped it of all the religious baggage. I've had a lot of perspective changes. Believe it or not, for a good second I was a flat earther. Some of you know I was also a Christian, conspiracy theorist, New Ager, conspiracy theorist again, occultist, new thought follower, law of attractioner, success philosopher. I've been intellectually ripped off by false ideas. A big purpose of this channel was to take what I knew and believed made us better and spread it. But the most important specific purpose was for me to go through the videos, to reflect on myself and fix my wrongs. And while a lot of my older conspiracy and religious mindsets were before the birth of this channel, I still caught a glimpse of my thought creates reality mindset. I'm glad that I did, because it helped me notice an underlying program within all of my fallacious mindsets, and that program is spirituality. And that's an important reason for me dropping it all together. At the end of the day, this is yet another step of my journey. I expect nobody to follow me, but I do expect some consideration, as this will underline my attitude and perspective from here on out. Now, before you go, you may have had some expectations for this video. You may have noticed I didn't really shoot spirituality down or debunk it. I didn't plan to, nor do I. I'm simply here to explain the surface of where I'm coming from and why I'm dropping spirituality altogether. There certainly is a lot I have left out, and for good reason. This gives us a lot to go over from here on out. At the end of the day, I will for you all to prosper. Have a great day.